Hey there, Imtiaz here from JobReadyProgrammer.com, where we teach thousands of students how to code and get jobs in software development. I want to talk about resiliency training today. I think it's a very, very important topic that I haven't covered on this channel yet. Resiliency training, what is it? Well, I'll give you an example. What I do every morning, I learned this from a friend, and it was wonderful advice. It really helped. Is I step under a cold shower every morning. Some days, it's not every day. I mean, if I get sick or something, then I wouldn't be able to do it. But I try for every day to get under that cold shower. Turn the shower setting all the way to the left, and I just walk right in. And that is a very difficult thing for me to do, but I still do it because it helps me know that I won the first challenge of the day. It's a challenging thing to do. If your medical condition, of course, allows. But I think most people that are relatively healthy should be able to get away with trying to do that. Now, it's difficult. It's much more difficult in the winter months than it is in the summer months. But I live in a first world country. My home is warm, and we live in a comfortable environment. So the challenge should be roughly the same, whether it's summer or winter. But winter just seems a bit more difficult. But I go ahead and win that challenge. The first challenge of the day, I win. Now, some people struggle with a challenge that's even before that. I read a study a couple of years ago. I don't know where it was. I tried to look for it, but I can't find it. That majority of the people on Monday mornings hit the snooze button at least once on their alarm clock. And that is not a champion mindset. You want to be the person that when the alarm goes off, you get up and you turn the alarm off and you head to the shower. I don't like the snooze button. And, if I'm sick, let's say I wake up and I realize I'm sick today, then I turn the alarm off and I go to sleep. But I don't plan to fail. People that hit the snooze button have already planned to fail for the day. They lost their first challenge, their ability to get up off their bed. The mind, I've talked about this before, the mind is in control of you. You don't control your mind. So what you tell your mind is very important. And so if you decide to hit the snooze button in the morning and you go back in bed for another 5-10 minutes, you have just told your brain that you are a lazy person, and your brain will constantly remind you in other areas of your life that you're a lazy person, or you can't do something, or this is difficult. That's why resiliency training is so important. We live in a very, very soft world right now. Especially if you're living in a first world country, it's easy. Everything is at our disposal. We live in a very comfortable environment, food, clothing, anything. We could shop online. Information is accessible to us at 24 hours a day. I think that's probably a reason why depression is going up. I'm not a doctor, but because of the excessive amount of comfort that people have become used to, it's not allowing them to become resilient. And so we have to take the extra step of trying to be more resilient, whether it's going to the gym, whether it's trying to read that hour a day. I try to read 1 hour a day at least, and I try to do it in the morning. Sometimes if I have something really, if I have a really busy morning, then I push that later on in the day. But I like to read in the morning, and I like to start my morning off right. If you win at these basic challenges early in the morning, you're set for an amazing day. But if you fail at these things in the morning, then a small problem during the day might seem like a catastrophe. So expose yourself to difficulty early in the day and win at that, so that the rest of the day you can be ready to take on whatever the challenge is. Trust me, walking into a cold shower is a very difficult thing to do. It's not fun. I turn it all the way to the left, right? So you want to do something that's difficult for you. If your medical condition does not allow you to step under a cold shower, and I think most young people should be able to do that, depending on where you live in the world. Of course, if you're in Siberia and you don't have, the ability to, control the environment, general weather, if you're walking on cold concrete or whatever, that's much, much more difficult to do. Of course, I understand that. But given a comfortable environment, expose yourself to a little bit of difficulty. It's going to be good for you. This reminds me of an interview that I listened to of Mike Tyson, the famous boxer. And during that interview, he said that he would wake up at 4 a.m. every single morning to go out for a run. And the interviewer asked him, why do you have to wake up at 4 a.m.? That's well before the sun comes out, especially during the winter months. Why not something like 6? That's still pretty early, or 7. Why 4? And his answer was, because no one else is doing it. So in his mind, he understood the concept of resiliency, and he was thinking of himself as someone that's special because no one else is doing it, and he's winning at this challenge every single day. So notice the programming that he was doing in his mind. That's mental training. And along with that, he was also doing physical training. He didn't have to do physical training at 4 a.m. He could have gotten that physical training at 7 and ran for as many hours as he needed to. But he added to that physical training a form of resiliency training because he woke up at 4 a.m. and that was more difficult. And he won at that challenge. Obviously, if he won at that challenge, the rest of the day would be much easier. And so if you study any famous athletes or celebrities, entrepreneurs, business leaders, you'll see they have their own morning rituals, and they try to achieve these mini challenges, or over time they're able to achieve bigger and better things and win at bigger challenges. But it all starts from the little stuff. It's what you tell your brain every single day subconsciously that makes the difference in the long run. All right. So hopefully this video was helpful. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in another video. Thank you for watching.